Yo, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday, happy wellness and wisdom Wednesday, man. Whew, I'm still alive, still here. Feel like crap. Feelings ain't facts. That's a bar. But I do really feel like crap, man. Yeah, I'm not feeling too strong at all in the moment. Right, at this moment, I am not feeling strong at all. I'm feeling really, yeah, I feel like crap, man. I feel like crap. Physically, I feel like crap. Emotionally, I feel like crap. Mentally, I feel like crap. All right. But I'm here. I'm here, and I'm showing up. Right. I'm alive. I'm awake. I'm aware that I feel like crap. Right. I'm aware of my emotions. I'm aware of my thoughts. I'm aware of my feelings. All right. Yeah, I barely slept last night. A lot of thoughts. A lot of tears. All right. A lot of tears last night. Yeah, a lot of heavy thoughts, man. Didn't do a full workout. I did complete my steps. I'm at 111 days of 10,000 steps in a row. 111 days in a row of 10K steps. Um, I didn't do a full workout. I did get, I got like a set and a half and did like 60 push ups. And I was able to do like 20 something pull ups, 20 ab rollers, like 60 resistance bands. I normally do 4 sets. I only did like 1.5, right? Hmm. But yeah, man, feeling heavy, right? Feeling real heavy. Call last night with my children it was tough. Just the situation that they are in, like not even me, the situation that they are in. They do not feel good about the situation. They miss me. They want to be with me, and somebody is preventing that shit. And I am fucking angry, and I am doing my absolute best. All the tools that I have, I am using them because we are who we always been, even though we become someone new. That old person is still there, right? Still accessible, and I don't want to ever go back to that person who doesn't give a fuck about anybody, right? Whether that means walking away completely from somebody, not giving a fuck, and that's never something I'm going to do. Walk away from my children, even though there are forces that make this shit fucking extremely difficult, or um, acting in a way, all right, that can cause harm to others or myself, right? Because I don't give a fuck, and that's not where I want to go back to. Um, so I'm praying for strength. I'm praying for strength, more strength, more strength. I'm commanding more strength, more emotional strength, more discipline, more more remembrance of the tools and of the practices, and to continue to use them. Because I'm using them. I used them last night. I'm using them this morning. All right, and I've been using them, and I'm going to keep using them as best as I fucking can. And yeah, man, if you love me, please do send prayers, send good energy, man. Send good energy. Like envision me reuniting with my children. I miss them a lot. I will go see them right now. Um, I don't even know where they live. I don't even know where they live. Still, so I got to do something different. Um, Something came up last night. It was like gotta abandon this community shit, this world shit, and really focus on my children. Put myself not just myself first, but like really, really focus on getting my money up to afford an attorney, right? Like, and that's not something I want to do, right? So even that, it becomes like I never want to take someone to court, but it's like that's really the only option, and I'm already going to court, right? Like, oh man, this shit is brutal, and then the state of Pennsylvania is even more brutal, right? What it does to people with some kind of violent history. I have a violent history, not against women, not domestic, not against my children, um, but they don't give a fuck about that. So it's like I'm in a fucking bind, in a pickle, right? And I'm also praying for clarity, right? What is the best path forward so that my children can once again have me in their lives, right? Because they need their fucking father. They need their father, and their father wants to be there. The father has never not wanted to be there, and has always been there until some people scramble things up, and then it's like fucking rug pulled from beneath my feet, to our feet, the children's feet as well. A lot of brainwashing. Yo, this shit got me fucked up. But we're gonna get to the show, man. My apologies. I don't want to talk about that. And drown you guys with that bullshit, man. Shit is fucked up. But we're here, man. Episode 601, right? Episode 600 was yesterday. 601 begins now, man. Episode 601, Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. Right? The show fucking goes on. Literally, the show goes on. We had a great episode 600 yesterday with our beloved brother Frank Bold, who has an incredible musical coming out, Courageous, on May 8th. Tickets still available, $50 here in New York City, $50 tickets. General, $75 VIP. Cocktail hour, 6 p.m. Showtime starts at 7 p.m. And it's a musical about the realities that our young people face in New York City, in Harlem specifically, the violence, the crime, the drugs, and all of that shit, man. And how they navigate that. Yeah, we're gonna get the show started, man. Again, my apologies. We're gonna start our first segment with a word of the day. Today's word is nervous system regulation. It is, of course, 3 words. Nervous system regulation. Nervous system regulation is the ability of the body's control center to maintain balance between the fight or flight, which is the sympathetic nervous system, and rest and digest, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. All right, to maintain balance between those 2 states. It involves using tools like deep breathing, movement, and mindfulness to calm, overwhelm, or increase energy when stuck in a freeze state, allowing for better stress management and emotional stability. This is what I had to do last night. I had to do all of that, right? I had to do some deep breathing. I had to do some movement. I ran. Like I said, I got the rest of my steps in, ran for like 15 minutes. Ran in place for like 15 minutes. And definitely did some like I said, did my pull-ups, a couple of pull-ups, a couple of push-ups, some ab rollers, right? And just took an assessment, right, of what I really want, of what's going on, what I really want, what the old me would do, and why I don't want to do what the old me would do, why I don't want to fall back into that, to those behaviors, to that mindset, right? But yeah, nervous system regulation is extremely important. So let's talk about signs of a dysregulated nervous system. When the nervous system is out of balance, it stays on high alert, sympathetic, right? Or it shuts down, parasympathetic, even without real danger. So both can be non-conducive, right? Both can not benefit you. So common signs include hyperarousal, which is anxiety and overwhelm, racing thoughts, panic attacks, high blood pressure, agitation, and inability to sit still. Hypoarousal, which is freeze and shut down, extreme fatigue, numbness, feeling stuck, depression, and detachment. Like detached from life, like you don't care, like nothing affects you, right? Like you just like in a zombie state. Physical symptoms could include chronic pain, digestive issues, persistent fatigue, and sleep disturbances. Now, how do you regulate your nervous system? Regulation involves using physical action to send safety signals to the brain. Breath work, which is slow, deep breathing, specifically making an exhale longer than the inhale, the 4-2-6 or the 4-4-6, however you want to shape it. Right? Physical movement, exercise snacks, simple things like walking, dancing, or stretching help release built up stress. You can walk, go for a walk. You can do some dancing. I know Kimona loves to dance, right? Or you can stretch to release the built up stress. Cold exposure, splashing cold water on the face or taking a cold shower can immediately disrupt the stress response. Sensory grounding, using the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, identifying sights, sounds, smells, feels, and gratitude, right? To bring focus back to the present. Vagus nerve stimulation, we spoke about this before. Singing, humming, or gargling activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Types of regulation: down regulation, which is calming, techniques used when anxious or overwhelmed to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, deep breathing or quiet meditation. And sometimes you need, like, you're in that parasympathetic state, right? You're in a shutdown state, you're in a calm state, but you need to get your energy up. So up regulation, which is activating, techniques used when you're sluggish or in the freeze state. To increase your energy, you can do jumping jacks, listen to upbeat music, of course, dance, go for a walk, things like that. Causes of dysregulation is chronic stress. Could be work, could be relationships, right? Could be housing, could be anything like that. Trauma and PTSD, something you've experienced that's traumatic, that is causing PTSD, or just something that happened and you're experiencing PTSD. Sudden emotional or environmental changes and overstimulation. Those are causes of dysregulation. So look it up more, and just know how to regulate your fucking nervous system, right? Like, extremely important. A lot of people are dead. A lot of people in jail. A lot of people have fucked up their lives because they did not know how to regulate their nervous system. Let's move to our second segment of the day, our Need to Know News segment. And it's more of a reminder today, right? Today's segment is more of a reminder. And it's every ending is a beginning. Right? Every time you're experiencing an ending is in the beginning. It is a beginning. And so if we talk about the world is ending, which a lot of people are saying, we're in the end times, people are scary. It's also a time for beginning. It's also a time for regeneration, right? And every challenge is an opportunity, even if it's only an opportunity to grow and become more, to get stronger, to get wiser, to get sharper, to get more resilient, to become more aware, to become more alert, to become more awake, to become more alive, to become more compassionate, to become more graceful, to become more patient, to become more faithful, right? Every challenge is an opportunity to grow and or become more, right? And so my favorite example of this is the caterpillar's metamorphosis, right? Hold on, my foot. My favorite example of this is a caterpillar's metamorphosis into the butterfly. I used to ask the question, do you think the caterpillar knows that it's becoming a butterfly as it creates its chrysalis? And do you think the butterfly, once it emerges, knows that it was once a caterpillar, that it was just a caterpillar, it just came from a different state, all right? And so when I used to use this or teach this, share this with folks in talks, is trusting is the key. Trusting the process is key. Trusting the process of becoming, right? Having faith that something greater is on the other side of your struggles and uncertain moments is paramount. Having faith that something greater, like this is happening, it hurts, it doesn't feel good, it makes me wanna, but regulating your nervous system and then having that faith that there has to be something greater on the other side. Like, you cannot be going through what you're going through just for the sake of going through it. You have to grow through it, and there has to be more. Like, I don't think the Most High, our mother, our father God, right? Our mother God, our father God. I think that if they had minds and thought like humans, right? I don't think they would put us through something, allow us to go through something without it being beauty on the other side, something painful, something traumatic, something that feels like it's going to break us. I don't think they would do that if there was something on the other side, if there wasn't something greater on the other side. And so you just got to endure, right? Fucking endure, man. Endure. And that leads us to the tip of the day. Don't panic, yo. Like, don't panic, don't fret, don't just react out of your emotions, especially as a mature adult, right? As a mature adult, whether you're a parent, leading a family, whether you are an entrepreneur building a business, regardless to you can be, of course, you can be both, all of those things, right? But regardless of where you are and what's going on, don't panic and don't fret. Remember that it's always darkest before the dawn, right? It's always darkest before the dawn, literally, like it is darkest before the dawn. Dawn break, light break, day break. I've been outside all night before, and it is darkest right before that light cracks. Right before that light cracks and the light starts to come back and emerge. It starts to, the sky starts to brighten up. It's darkest right before the dawn. And so, although your situation, your current circumstances, or whatever circumstances you're in or have been through, have experienced, is unique to you, others before you, and those currently beside you have and are currently experiencing and enduring hardships that also they feel like that could break them. So you're not the only person who has ever felt like a situation or circumstance could break you. Many others have felt that. Many others are currently feeling that. The difference between winning at life and losing at life, and losing at life is continuing to repeat the cycle. Losing at life doesn't mean that you are a loser. It means that currently you are losing. You are not getting the lessons. You are not progressing. You are not moving forward. You are stagnant. You are stuck, even if only emotionally, even if you only continue to allow outside circumstances to determine your inner mood. If you continue to allow outside circumstances to determine how you move and how you show up. All right. So the difference in winning at life and losing at life is whether or not one keeps going. That's the difference. Whether or not one keeps going. Are you going to keep going? Are you going to keep going? Are you a winner? Are you a champion? Do you have that champion DNA, that championship DNA? Because if you do, you keep fucking going when it gets hard, with tears in your eyes, with heavy legs, with a heavy heart, with knots in your stomach. You keep going, even if it's only one step. Even if it's only one step. And I often say it's better to be stagnant. It's better to stay still than to go backwards. And sometimes, even if you fuck up and you fall backwards, you get behind. Play hard. Keep fighting. Keep showing up, and you could get back on top. You could get back in front. You could still be victorious. So keep going. Okay, and especially when it's fucking hard. As the saying goes, many people have said it. I've said it multiple times. I know it. Most people give up or give in right as they're about to experience their breakthrough. And so I mentioned on my live last night, right? YouTube live last night, that um, the situation has been tough for a long time. I haven't seen my children in 7 months almost, right? Um, so it's very fucking difficult. And I want to see them every fucking day. I will go wherever they are to see them, right? They were in New York. I didn't know they were in New York, right? Because they didn't tell me they were going to be in New York. And their mother doesn't want me to see them in New York, right? So they were in New York and they were on the trains and they wanted to see me, right? And it's just, yeah, shit is fucked up, dogs. But yeah, like talking to them last night on a virtual chat, um, made me, like, some things came up and it just made me really angry and really sad, really angry. And something came up, right? Not immediately, but some stuff came up and wanted to react. Also, yesterday, I set up a meeting for tomorrow with someone who could potentially, or if they wanted to, they could fund this whole fundraiser, right? They got that much money where they could contribute $50 million, right? They probably won't, but they could contribute a significant amount, either donating or investing, right? I got a meeting set up for tomorrow, and so, like, again, that's a breakthrough. That's a potential breakthrough. It's guaranteed, no, but they said they would love to support me. They've supported before, in some ways, right? Gave a couple $1,000s before, to some shit that we were doing, Vegan Festival in 2023. So I got that meeting tomorrow, right? And that's, again, potential breakthrough. And so we talked about, last week, I spoke about quantum branching, right? When you can make a choice, you can go this way, you can go that way. That's a branch. Every direction that you choose, there's a part of you that goes a different direction and has a different outcome, right? So there's Part of me, I chose this direction today. Part of me chose a different direction, reacted last night, emailed, um, things got a little crazy, and they're going that route. I'm choosing this path. And just because this is who I am now, and I have faith, I'm having faith that there's something greater on this path, right? Than just the emotional satisfaction, the immediate, impulsive emotional satisfaction that could come from telling somebody off or cussing somebody out or doing something that like showed some people some shit, right? Um, so I'm choosing this path. I'm choosing the loving path, the peaceful path, the path that um, is leading to the future I want, not just for myself but for the world. This is the model that I'm setting. This is the example that I'm setting. It's like things get tough, um, but don't react. Don't be a slave to your emotions. Don't be a slave to your feelings. Don't allow your feelings to dominate you. All right, because feelings always shift. They always change, and there's always going to be some anger, some frustration, some sadness, some sense of betrayal, some sense of disappointment, some sense of feeling taken advantage of, being exploited, your children being exploited in some way, right? And there are people, I will kill for my children. Okay, something happens, you kill for your children, and now you in jail, your children still alive and still got to go through hardships now without you in their life that way. And I get it, but man, like let's live for our children, right? Let's that might be the quote for tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that more tomorrow. Instead of always being willing to kill for your children and die for your children, how about really, really living for your children? Like, what does that mean to live for your children? Right, and that's what I'm trying to do. Right, it's really live for my children and show a better way, be a better example again to them, but also to the rest of the world, and model the kind of world that I want all of us to live in, but my children and my grandchildren that will come, I want them to live in. And going forward to our fourth and final segment of the day, um, going forward to our fourth and final segment of the day, Kimona said, "Thank you, babe. Dear, 24 days to go." Sefu said, "Great show yesterday. Two of my role models building, classic discussion." Thank you, brother, man. I appreciate you, man. Your love and support. You don't even know how much it means. Right. Mona said, "Sending an abundance of love, light, peace, and power." Thank you so much, babe. I appreciate that truly. Um, who said, "Activate that warrior ancestor and keep pushing." Man, I'm trying, bro. I'm fucking trying really hard, man. I'm trying not to go back. I swear I am. I swear I am. But this shit is so heavy. I really don't know what to do. Right? It's like I'm in a bind either fucking way. I do nothing. This shit continues. I'm in a bind. Right? Get money, go to an attorney. Right? In the state of Philadelphia, I put myself in a fucking bind. Right? And I need to figure out like whether it's, I don't know. And then there's examples, right? The brother, can't remember his name, but he has the movement Father Speak Up, right? He's been putting his baby mother on blast and the things that she's done and all of this stuff. And the other day, somebody shot at him. He's like, only two people knew my location, right? My baby mom's, right? And I forgot who else he said, like, knew who he was, and because he was going to pick up his son, didn't get his son, going back home. Said you can see on the camera people outside waiting. As he walked up, they started shooting at him. That shit happens, and I know that shit is real. And so, like, that's just talking about the situation. And part of me wants to talk about it because I'm not the only one. But I'm also very aware that of who I'm dealing with. And I'm dealing with somebody that they're not stable. And we can tell based on past experiences. And so, like, because that's not the life that I want for myself. That's not. So I'm just like stuck. But that's why the nervous system regulation is important, right? To move, to know when you need to rest, sleep, get up, clean, walk, exercise, do all of those things, right? Knowing how to stay grounded and then knowing how to get activated, right? In the most positive way possible, man. But yeah, I'm so hurt. Like, I'm so hurt right now. I feel completely like lost and broken. Completely lost and completely broken at this moment. All right. Again, I know that feelings are not facts, so I know that. All right. The tide will shift. There will be parts of today later that will be better than they are now. Um, Restraint is an act of discipline. It is. All right. But let's go to our fourth segment. My apologies. Build of the day is the power of understanding astrology. All right. I want to read a powerful post that I saw on IG from Everything Aligns, that page, Everything Aligns, about what's happening and what's coming, as the saying goes. Well, let's read this thing first. Let's pull it up. So the 14-year fog is lifting, the end of an era. Since 2011, Neptune has been stationed in Pisces. For 14 years, we've been swimming in deep waters, navigating soul-searching illusions and a massive spiritual opening. For 14 years, we've been swimming in deep waters, navigating soul-searching illusions and a massive spiritual opening. But the tide is officially turning. If you felt funky, heavy, or stuck in a dream you can't wake up from lately, this is why. The transition phase. Neptune began its move into Aries on January 26, 2026. We are currently in the liminal space, that awkward gap between the old version of you and the one that is ready to burn bright. Exactly where I am, right? Transitions are really comfortable, but they are necessary for your growth. Exactly what I'm talking about. While the funk is real, as Neptune hits the 0-degree mark of Aries, the energy is intense. It's moving from water to fire. Where are we right now? Intense. I promise you, the Pisces lesson, 2011 to 2025, softening, intuition, and letting go. That's the lesson, not just for Pisces, but that's the lesson of Pisces, right? Of Pisces. So regardless of what your sign is, it's what your signs are. From 2011 to 2025, it was softening us. It was strengthening our intuition, and it was teaching us how to let go. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of us during that time either got married and divorced, got divorced, had to let go of homes, let go of spaces, let go of jobs, careers, situations, right? A lot of softening had to happen. A lot of intuition was strengthened, and a lot of letting go had to take place, right? And so now the Aries mission, which is starting now, although we're already in Aries, the 17th, things change. We're going to talk about it. But the Aries mission is action, identity, and personal power. Who are you? Who are you? Who do you want to become? Take your power back, right? This is exactly what we're talking about. Be disciplined, take action. The funk you feel is just the final sweep of the old energy, making room for your new drive. The turning point. Mark your calendar for April 17th. The new moon in Aries is the cosmic light switch. This is the moment the alive feeling returns. The stagnation of the last few months starts to dissolve, replaced by a readiness to move, build, and lead. I'm already in that space, but it's definitely still some stagnation, of course. All right. Mastery over motion. You aren't broken. You aren't off track. You are graduating from a 14-year cycle of internal reflection. The fire horse energy of 2026 is here to carry you forward. But first, you have to be willing to leave the fog behind. Your growth checklist. Ground yourself. Physical movement is your best friend right now. Audit your energy. Stop giving it away to things that belong in 2011. Prepare for the 17th. Get your intentions ready. The mojo is coming back. And a final reminder, the deep dive is over. The fire is starting. Are you ready to feel alive again? And do you know what truly drives your emotions? Your moon sign, my moon is Leo, right, is the key to unlocking your emotional world. While your sun sign defines your outward personality, your moon sign reveals how you feel, react, and connect on a deeper level. It's your emotional blueprint, intimate, raw, and uniquely you. Imagine understanding why you feel the way you do, why certain things resonate while others don't. Your moon sign holds the answers. It's the side of you that only your closest connections ever get to see. And as the saying goes, it's written in the fucking stars. This is why it is extremely important to understand astrology, to understand yourself, to know yourself. This is one of the fucking keys. Know thyself, like the first law. Know thyself. Study yourself. Know yourself. Learn yourself. Accept yourself and love yourself. Right? And with that, guys, that's the show. I'm going to get back in bed, man. I had no energy to finish packing last night. No energy to pack right now. I'm gonna pray for some more, but I'm also extremely tired right now. Physically tired, emotionally tired. Emotionally tired. Yeah, that's our show for today, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Tune in tomorrow, episode 602, Thursday. And remember, it's not getting knocked down. That's the fucking problem. It's staying down. So get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. The power is in you. Be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace.